Slaver sent off. Neymar substituted. Milano steps forward for Brazil. The first penalty of this penalty shootout. This to decide who will progress to the semi-finals, who will take on either Chile or Venezuela. Milano against Vila. Oh, he's blazed it over the top. It was a dreadful penalty by Alano, who immediately looks down at the penalty spot. So many questions asked about the pitch in La Plata, and was that an influence? Was it a factor?
No, it's not a factor. It's a bad penalty from Alano. You know, he starts with a long run up diagonal. It's a very slow, tentative jog, and then as he hits the ball, he's got right underneath it. And I had a look, and I tried to look at his standing leg as well.
First for Paraguay will be Edgar Barreto, injured in the opening game against Ecuador, back here as a substitute. And he came to his goalkeeper Vila's rescue with a goal line clearance to head away from Fred. Can he oblige his teammates again now in this penalty shootout? Barreto for Paraguay. And he's shot wide. And again, he looks down at the penalty spot just like Elano did after missing for Brazil.
Well, it does go for the shorter run up. And it is, no, when you just see the turf just digging up at the penalty spot. You know, and you just wonder now, because the majority of football players, or the majority of players on the park are all right-footed, you just wonder if there is a couple of left-footed players do take the penalties. Because as that penalty was taken that time, the turf underneath his standing foot just ripped up.
It's a turn of Thiago Silva to do the groundsman's job. Thiago Silva, who might have missed the game because of a thigh injury. Brazil's second penalty, this to put Brazil ahead. It's a good save by Vila. Goalkeeper guessed right.
Well, he can't blame the turf there. He struck it well enough. He's got the power. But I just think the goalkeeper, he's guessed right. It's not the best penalty in the world. It's at the height the goalkeeper wants it to be at.
Estigariba now for Paraguay. We've seen this type of thing happen in major championships in the past, particularly the European Championships back in 2004.
And this is the first left footer.
Three penalties taken. Nobody has yet hit the net. Estigariba. Emphatic. Paraguay in front.
penalties are good penalties. But again, you know, even you see it with the left footer, just watch the turf. Just there, his right foot digs in, pushes the turf up, but he's gone through with full commitment, struck it as hard as he could down the middle. But I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot more possible mistakes from that penalty spot, because now both sides of the penalty spot has ripped up.
Andre Santos, like Estegriba of Paraguay, left-footed. Can Brazil score the third time of asking? No! And just look at the divot that has appeared.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? You know, he steps up quietly confident, but you go and you look at it, look at the divot. This is unbelievable. You know, I've never seen this. The divot pushes the ball slightly out the way as his right foot plants down. He just tries to stab it up the middle. Look at that, his foot sinks about, what, 4 or 5 inches into the ground. And we've spoken about this many times, Tony, about this pitch and the state of it. And it's actually really showing up now.
Christian Riveros more concerned about the penalty spot than taking his penalty against Julio Cesar. Julio Cesar, who was in the Brazil team that won the Copa in 2004 with a penalty shootout win over Argentina. Riveros. It's 2-0 now to Paraguay.
Well, it didn't mean anything to him, did it? He concentrated so hard, he's just gone down. You know, he struck it sweetly, just high into the net. Very, very confident penalty kick. Very confident.
Paraguay lead 2-0 after 3 penalties. It means that Brazil have to score with their next kick, and it will be taken by Fred, who frustrated Paraguay when he appeared off the bench and scored a last-minute equaliser when the two teams met in a 2-2 draw in Cordoba. It's going to be a blast from Fred, is it? This to keep Brazil in the Copa. And Fred has put it wide. Paraguay are through to the semi-finals. Four years ago, they were beaten in the quarter-finals by Mexico. They were thumped 6-0 after their goalkeeper was sent off after only 3 minutes. Here, their goalkeeper, Justo Villa, was the hero inside 90 minutes. But in the penalty shootout, the questions will be asked about the state of the pitch in La Plata. Brazil are out. 3 of their 4 penalties failed to hit the target. Thiago Silva's effort saved by Villa.
It's not. I mean, there's a happy goalkeeper. He can't believe it. You know, this is. I mean, we've seen it, but you can only give them so many excuses with penalty kicks and things. It is a big gamble. But the penalty spot, I must admit, was a shambles. Estegriba was very lucky because he was the first left-footed penalty to take it. He scores his. But then you got to look at Riveros, who confidently went up, stroke it, and never took a divot.
Brazil beaten by 2 goals to 0.